When it comes to Christian theology, there's perhaps no concept more central than Jesus' sacrifice on the cross. It's the pivotal moment that changed the course of human history, offering redemption and forgiveness to all who put their faith in him. But have you ever stopped to think about what exactly Jesus' sacrifice means for our understanding of eternal life? Does it truly hold the key to eternal life, or is that just a concept relegated to the realm of myth and fairy tale? Many people struggle to wrap their heads around the idea of eternal life. It's easy to get caught up in the daily grind and lose sight of the bigger picture. Is eternal life even possible, or is it just a pipe dream? And what about those who lived before Jesus, or those who don't believe in him? Are they automatically out of the running for eternal life? These are all valid questions, and ones that have likely plagued theologians and everyday Christians alike for centuries. Some might argue that the concept of eternal life is nothing more than a comforting myth, a way to cope with the fear of mortality. But what if it's more than that? What if Jesus' sacrifice truly does hold the power to transcend even death itself? It's a mind-boggling concept, one that challenges our very understanding of the nature of reality. But ask yourself this: have you ever felt a deep sense of longing, a sense that there must be more to life than what we experience on this earth? That's exactly what Jesus' sacrifice taps into, the deep-seated desire for something greater, something eternal. In historical context, Jesus' sacrifice was a game-changer. It marked a radical departure from the traditional Jewish understanding of sacrifice and atonement, and it paved the way for a new movement that would spread like wildfire across the ancient world. But what about modern spirituality? How does Jesus' sacrifice fit into our contemporary understanding of faith and religion? The truth is, it's still just as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. When you peel back the layers, Jesus' sacrifice is more than just a historical event. It's a powerful symbol of love and redemption. It's a reminder that we are all broken, fallen creatures, and that we all stand in need of forgiveness and grace. And it's precisely this message of hope and redemption that speaks to the deepest longings of the human heart. In a world that often seems devoid of hope, Jesus' sacrifice offers a beacon of light in the darkness. It's a reminder that we are not alone, that we are seen and loved by a God who is intimately concerned with our well-being. And it's precisely this message that has the power to transform lives, to bring hope to the hopeless, and to offer a glimpse of eternal life. At its core, Jesus' sacrifice is a declaration of war against the forces of darkness and despair. It's a bold statement that love is stronger than death, and that hope can overcome even the most insurmountable obstacles. And it's this same message that continues to inspire and empower believers to this day. One of the biggest questions people have about eternal life is, can it really be attained? Is it a possibility for everyone, or is it only reserved for a select few? Some people wonder if it's even worth striving for, considering the many challenges and uncertainties of life. Others are unsure if they're doing enough to guarantee their spot in the afterlife. And then there are those who question the concept of eternal life altogether, wondering if it's nothing more than a myth or a fairy tale. I think we can all agree that the idea of eternal life can be overwhelming, especially when we consider the various interpretations and teachings that surround it. Some people view it as a reward for good behavior, while others see it as a spiritual awakening that transcends the physical realm. But at its core, eternal life is about more than just existing forever. It's about living with purpose and meaning, both in this life and the next. As we navigate the complexities of eternal life, we have to ask ourselves, what's the point of it all? Is it simply about avoiding hell and getting into heaven, or is there more to it? For many, the answer lies in Jesus' sacrifice, an act that demonstrates the true depths of God's love for humanity. But how does that sacrifice translate into eternal life, and what does it mean for us today? Stepping back into history, we can see that Jesus' sacrifice was not just a random event, it was a pivotal moment that changed the course of human history. It marked a turning point in the relationship between God and humanity, one that would have far-reaching implications for believers around the world. As we explore the historical context of Jesus' sacrifice, we begin to see that it was more than just a martyr's death. It was a deliberate act of love that would bridge the gap between heaven and earth. In modern spirituality, Jesus' sacrifice is often seen as a symbol of hope and redemption, a beacon of light in a world filled with darkness and despair. It's a reminder that we're not alone, that we're not just random souls floating through existence, we're beloved children of God, deserving of love, forgiveness, and eternal life. But how do we tap into that love and redemption, and how do we make it a reality in our daily lives? The core message of Jesus' sacrifice is one of hope and redemption, a message that has the power to transform our lives and our world. It's a message that says we're worth dying for, that we're valuable and cherished in the eyes of God. It's a message that reminds us that we're not limited by our past mistakes or our current circumstances. We're capable of change, of growth, and of living a life that's truly eternal. So what's the takeaway from all of this? In short, Jesus' sacrifice is far more than just a historical event. It's a doorway to eternal life itself. It's a powerful symbol of love and redemption, one that continues to speak to the deepest longings of the human heart. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the heart of Jesus' sacrifice and its implications for eternal life. If you've got thoughts or questions, be sure to drop them in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my other videos for more insights on faith and spirituality.